So, memory loss and forgetfulness are not the only early signs of Alzheimer's disease or progressive types of dementia. There are so many studies and so many articles popping up informing all of us that, hey, you really should be looking at something outside of just memory loss and forgetfulness, because Alzheimer's disease and progressive types of dementia are so much more than that. There are behaviors that someone displays on a daily basis that you might not even consider could be associated with Alzheimer's or dementia, but it's true. Don't worry, I'm going to tell you all about it as soon as we hear from our sponsor. Hi there, everybody. I'm Dr. Macie Smith, the social gerontologist providing education, training, and caregiver coaching to help you and your families reach the next level of care. So, behaviors outside of memory loss and forgetfulness that could be an indication of Alzheimer's or a progressive type of dementia consist of quite a few things, but I'm going to break down 3 areas for you today. First, let's consider agitation. Someone who is getting really agitated about maybe something small, if they lose a pin top and they respond as if they've lost the love of their life, and you're saying to yourself, it was just a pin top, it's no big deal. Well, it actually is a big deal to them, because maybe, just maybe, because Alzheimer's tends to start 10 to 15 to 20 years before anyone even notices it, they may have already been experiencing cognitive loss and forgetfulness and memory loss before anyone even noticed. So they're becoming agitated because now they're realizing, hey, something may really be wrong here. And now because they're agitated, they may start calling you out of your name. So that's country for they may be cussing you out. They may be using all sorts of expletives that you're like, oh, I never heard them use those terms before. I never heard them use those words. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know that they knew those words. Well, they did. It's in the back of the brain. And so because they're not able to rationalize and reason and make sense of what's happening around them or what they're feeling or experiencing, they begin to use terminology that they typically don't use, and really it's a responsive type of behavior. They're trying to express their needs, they're trying to express their desires, they're in search of something that they're not receiving, and so they use what they got to prayerfully, hopefully get what they want. And so agitation could be an early sign of Alzheimer's or progressive type of dementia. What about language? Language changes. So your loved one is an engineer. He or she has built computers, computer programming. They typically refer to the iPad as the iPad. Honey, can you bring me my iPad? I need to look up something on my iPad. But now they're referring to the iPad as the computer. You don't really realize it because, hey, it could be considered a computer, but that's not typically how that person would refer to that particular device. So pay attention to language. When they start using words or terms they don't typically use, that could be an indication of early stages of Alzheimer's or dementia. Now, let's get to misplacing items. I know we have all forgotten where we've put our glasses and they're on top of our head. We've all forgotten where we put our cell phone, but we're talking on it. Hey, Ma, you see my cell phone? And your mama says, well, it looks like you're calling me from your cell phone. And you're like, oh my God. It is more than, again, memory loss. So misplacing items is something that we do all the time. It's considered normal age memory impairment, but it is when you are unable to retrace your steps to retrieve those items. When you begin to think back about where you last saw it, there's some cloudiness there. There is some blockage there, and you cannot think back and retrace your steps. that can be an indication. Or you're putting your glasses or you're putting the remote control in places that it typically doesn't go. So just think about it. When you misplace the remote control, it's typically in between the cushions, under the chair, in another room, on a dresser. You misplaced it, but it's in a typical place where you would normally put it. But if you've misplaced the remote control and you find it in the refrigerator, or you find it in the microwave, or you find it in the washing machine, that could be an indication that we could be looking at early stages of Alzheimer's or dementia. So don't look at early signs in isolation of memory loss and forgetfulness. Consider agitation. Consider language changes. Consider exactly where someone is misplacing these items. I hope you found this information helpful. For more videos like this, be sure to like and subscribe to my page. And don't forget to click the bell so that way you know when I upload a new video. Until next time.